guys, it's Bridget. Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a beautiful day. And today we're going to do a little get ready with me. We're going to do a little Ulta haul and try on. I placed an order with Ulta. My things arrived. I decided let's just like put them on my face at one time. See how it goes. I didn't get too many things, but yeah, we could do that and try them on, especially since two of these things I've never tried before. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I do have a quick shout out to my Etsy, The Open Crypt. And yeah, you can check it out there for spooky hypoallergenic accessories. We also have other things too. Like I have a very popular sticker right now. It's cult inspired by Heaven's Gate and it's holographic. So you can check it out. I'll leave a link down below. Let's get started talking about what I got from Ulta. So firstly, these lashes. I haven't tried too many like new lashes recently, and I saw these on their new arrivals and I was like intrigued to say the least. So these are from Ardell. They're their doll look lashes. I haven't worn Ardell lashes in like a million years, it feels like. But these doll-like lashes, I just love the spiky flares. I love a spiky flare lash. These look really cute. These are the style Brat. They're really pretty. I also picked up a new liquid lipstick, which I'm super excited to try because this color looks gorgeous. This is KVD Beauty's Everlasting Hyper Light Liquid Lipstick in the shade Night Heroin. This looks so moody and beautiful and rich that I am hoping for the best. I really do like the new Hyper Light KVD lipsticks. I know it has like reviews. I really like them. I do say that if you eat though, it does get kind of streaky, so you have to retouch up after eating. But the colors are nice. I like the formulation and it's comfortable. So this is Night Heroin. I'm hoping that it looks a little more dramatic on my lips. And I also have a foundation here. This is the UOMA White Pearl T2C. Hoping this color is correct. This is their Say What foundation. I've already had one of their Say What foundations when it first launched in Ulta, which was years ago. And I've pretty much used all of it, and I decided like, hey, this is like several years old. It's basically empty. Let's try it now that it's reformulated with less fragrance, I think, and their shades have expanded because back in the day there was only one light shade. So now there's a couple other shades. It looks okay as far as color. We'll see. I mean, also the packaging looks a little bit cleaner than it did back when it originally launched. So I got the UOMA foundation, and then also for the last thing, I got a new Good Apple concealer from KVD as well. I finished the Good Apple concealer. Again, it has reviews. Something about the KVD brand, I feel like people don't want to like it. Just like the Everlasting lipstick that I just talked about. This has reviews, but like I swear by this concealer. I finished the one that, you know, I got at launch. I think it was earlier this year or late last year. And the container gets messy. Something about this one, as well as the Tarte Shape Tape, like something about the tube, I don't care how careful you are, it gets messy and gross. So I will have that complaint about it. But I just love the formula because it's not like overwhelmingly full coverage where it looks super like, wow, I didn't need that much product, but it blends nicely. I have the shade Light 107 right here. Love it. Let me show you the old tube and show you how gross it gets. Like, I'm very careful of makeup not looking gross. This is the old one. It gets gross and goopy in here. Like, I don't know. Even though I'm very careful about, look, you can see the tube itself, or like the wand itself is very clean because I try to keep it clean, but it just gets gross. But I love the formula, so I'm gonna suck it up anyways, and I bought a new one. So let's go ahead and get started with the try on now because that's what I got. I got 4 items. I got concealer, foundation, concealer, lipstick, lashes. So I skipped on eyeshadow. There wasn't anything that I absolutely needed in my life as far as eyeshadow new on Ulta's site. So there's that. And if you hear a slight humming in the background, it's because my neighbor decided in the middle of the day to mow their lawn. And I tried to film this video yesterday, but they were having their roof fixed. It's just like noises all around me that I can't avoid. So I apologize if there's a slight hum, but we're gonna move forward anyways. I don't have a new primer today, but I'm gonna use the One Size Beauty one because I'm trying to use it up. And I'm trying not to use all my SPF primers if I'm not leaving the house. So my old UOMA shade was T1N. I did not reference the shade when picking out this one, so we have T2C. Is there a shade? There's definitely a shade difference. We'll see. I will say I think this one looks more tan. However, I have gotten very tan due to just existing in Florida in the summer. My face and neck are not tan, however, my arms and hands are. We'll see how this looks on me. I really like this formulation, which is why I bought, you know, a new one. It's kind of a waterier consistency, like it's not very thick. I do wish I had gotten a fairer shade now, just because winter is coming around the corner. But it's a good medium coverage foundation, and I can wear it for a long amount of time without it like absolutely sinking into my fine lines and stuff. I do think it enhances texture a little bit, but it's not bad. And again, it's just such a good staple medium coverage foundation that, you know, I'm happy. I hate to be the person to return something, but I think I will return it because it doesn't match my neck. My face looks tan and my neck doesn't. But we're gonna just wear it for now just because I already have it on, you know? So next to the KVD concealer, I got the same shade, Light 107, that I had previously since I did recently purchase. This is a light concealer for me. It is light, but I do like my under eyes look brightened, especially because it's not like the most coverage in the world. Like it's still full coverage, but it's the lighter end of the full coverage. So I do like my under eyes look brightened. I really like this formula. I just don't get why people hate it, or they don't just dislike it. I think because the Good Apple Balm foundation went so viral and people expected that same level of like whoosh in your face with every other Good Apple product from that line, which is a fair observation. But I think the Good Apple aspect of it is just the ingredients in it. You know, like the skincare apple infused ingredients is what makes it Good Apple, not the level of coverage. But I kind of feel the same way about Shape Tape. If you're gonna name something Shape Tape, I need it to be like the most full coverage thing in the world. This does blend so nicely though. Like I love how it blends out. Because I do feel a little tan in my face right now, which is perfectly fine. It just doesn't match my neck. I'm gonna use the Fenty Lavender Setting Powder. This one's not as good as their other one, like their vanilla one. I think it was vanilla called? Oh, Sugar Cookie or something like that. This one just looks just a little drier under my under eyes and everything, but every other setting powder that I have is like tinted. So this is what I'm gonna use today. Look at this little distinguished gentleman. I'm just gonna use the Kaleidos little contour trio because I use this every day. Just do this real quickly. And blush and highlighter, I'm just gonna use things that I already have too, because I didn't do a full face haul because that's expensive. You know what I mean? And I don't need, like every time I do a haul of something, every time I order from Ulta or anywhere, I don't need to buy a full face of products. I have plenty of things that are just like staple, not exciting things like blush. Also, here's a little update on how the hair video I did where I was trying to remove black box dye and bleach this and get these white pieces on the side, like kind of Bride of Frankenstein little pieces. This side actually looks really good. Like obviously it's not perfect. There's still some discoloration, but right here, gorgeous. And then the ends aren't really that bad. Like they're not perfect, but it's okay. This side needs more help. It's definitely more discolored down here, more orangey. Again, the roots look amazing because they were less stained with black box dye and my natural hair is blonde, but this side needs more help for sure. I considered, when you guys left a comment saying just dye it orange, I considered it, but I just want to see if I can just maybe cut my hair shorter so there's less discolored ends and then try to fix it before I commit to just dyeing it a fun color, which I might do anyways just because I can't get it consistent. However, I just love like, oh, I tucked my hair behind my ear and you're like, ooh, look at that, like that platinum. That looks really good. I just love the contrast. That's what it is. I love a black and white contrast. So I want to get my hair white right there, if at all possible. We'll see. It's going to be a work in progress. I didn't need to get it done in one day. Would I have liked to? Of course, but it is what it is. So the sunroom that I'm in right now, our office, doesn't have insulation because it's a room full of windows. It's a room full of windows. There's a bunch of junk over there. But because it's a room full of windows, and I don't think majority of them are double paned or anything, it extremely hot in this room, which is normally okay because we can just cut the AC on. However, when I'm filming, I have to take the AC unit off or you won't be able to hear me. Honestly, I have to like blast the volume on my computer to listen to anything while the AC is on because it's just a really loud old unit. So I have the AC off right now so I can record a video, and it is 86 degrees in here. I am like sitting in my own sweat right now. It's super gross. But yeah, so as far as, oh, you want to buy a house with a sunroom? Yeah, I thought I did too. A couple windows would have been just fine. The sunroom is great for daylight and getting some vitamin D, and the cats like to sit in the like little sunspots on the floor. But it gets devastatingly hot, and I feel like my electric bill would be half of the cost it is if we didn't have this sunroom. So, you know, just a little thing if you're thinking of buying a house with a sunroom in it. It gets hot and it's expensive. So I'm going to do my eyebrows real quick with the Nook palette from Sigma. I'm just going to use the black shade. I'll be right back because I can't focus when I'm doing my brows too well. Okay, the brows are done. They're bad. It's fine. They were just not happening for me today. Whatever. I'm going to use the Shadow Kiss palette from Alter Ego. I am an affiliate. You can use code Porcelain to save money off these products. They're usually just dupes for other products that I can afford. So, cheaper, affordable alternative. This one's a Natasha Denona Glam dupe, I think. So, I'm just going to take a couple shades of these and just do a really simple neutral eye look because I just want to focus on this new lip color. Like this new lip color, I've been like, it's so pretty. Like it's a red brown, which you know I'm here for. Like I love brown lips and I love deep vampy lips. So this looks like a combination of the two, and I hope it's pretty and not streaky, because if it's streaky, I'm gonna be disappointed. Also, I don't even know how to think with this palette. Like I use this palette so much and all the shades like go well together. I don't really have to think about doing an eye look. It just kind of, you know, after you do something for so, like you use a palette so much that it just becomes second nature and you can kind of do it on autopilot. Same thing as like if you drive to a certain spot all the time, if you go a certain place all the time, you can kind of just autopilot your mind. Focus on your podcast or whatever you're listening to and not even have to think about it, which makes life a whole lot easier. It does kind of stifle the creativity of the product though. Like, I use it so much that I kind of use it in the same way. Like, I might change the shimmer on my lid. That I do feel like I'm not getting the most creative looks out of it. But my eyeshadow's done quickly, and that's you know, that's worth it. I do like to take my time and, like, really enjoy doing my makeup a lot of the time. But sometimes you don't have that luxury, and you just need to get it done. For my setting spray, I've been mixing two constantly. So I like the Glam Light Rick and Morty one, but it's very like big drops. So I've been doing this one first. It's a very wet setting spray. And then I've been grabbing this Shades of Sand, the setting spray one that I got in a BoxyCharm. I'm just doing a second layer of setting spray that's less wet and it's more fine mist. I feel like when something's super, super wet, I feel like it's probably missing some of those finer spots on my face, so I go over it with a finer one. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's what I do. To brighten up my eyes and make them look a little more wide, I have some inner corner highlight on, but I'm going to use the NYX Epic Wear liquid liner right under here. I'm not going to do a lot today, but I need something. I know this looks a little weird when you're up close to my eye. You're like, why is there a line of white right there? But I swear it makes such a difference. This One Size Beauty liquid eyeshadow in the shade Let's Pump came in a subscription box last year. And I really like the color, right? This thing dried out though, like faster than other liquid eyeshadows that I've had for significantly longer. Like I really gotta scrape on the sides to get the glittery product off. Like, not my favorite, and then it has a very strong chemically smell. Like I love the glittery sparkles it gives me when I can get them off the sides of the tube. But it has a very strong chemically smell that my eyes don't necessarily like, and it dried out quickly. So I wouldn't recommend that at all, unfortunately. Although, I did hear good things about their setting spray, and I wanted to try it, and then I saw that like some cans made your face white. Like instead of a clear setting mist, some cans had like a defect where it made your face white in color, I'm hoping all those cans are recalled because I still want to try that setting spray. Like, it still sounds good to me. Like, yeah, okay, some products can have, you know, some, you know, things in production, sometimes there can be 1 or 2 defective items. I mean, it's not on the scale of Jaclyn Hill lipstick's defective. So I still want to try that setting spray. And keeping on with the UOMA foundation, I'm using the UOMA, what's this called? Salute to the Sun mascara. It's fine. It's not my favorite in the world. I did love and swear by their liquid eyeliner for a while. But the replacement that I got of that was not as good as the original. Alright, time for my little doll lashes now. The Doll Look Lashes Fluffy Clusters Full Curls by Ardell in the style Brat. I'm excited. These are so cute and like have those, okay, so I love a chunky flare lash, like a chunky flare. The issue with that is when they're a little too big for my eyes and I have to trim them to size. I feel like I'm losing a beautiful chunk, you know? Because like if they're a little too big for me, I have to cut a piece off, then I feel like I'm losing a beautiful chunky flare. It's unfortunate. Okay, so it looks like I have to trim 1 chunk. Now, when people do eyelash tutorials and they're like, how to put on falsies, they always say trim from the outside. I don't abide by that rule. I always trim from the inside and take the shortest cluster off because I'm not trying to lose the drama that comes with the outer flare of the lash. So I always trim from the inside. However, if you watch a tutorial on how to do falsies, they're always going to tell you to trim from the outside. I honestly forgot how thin the bands on Ardell lashes are. Like, it's been so long since I've used Ardell lashes. Not on purpose or anything. It just kind of happened like that. I forgot how thin these little bands are. Like, it's an itty bitty little band. Okay, so first lash on. She's light. She's delicate. But the before and after is significant. She's just not as big as I expect. I expect you know, dolls they're fake. So I expected I don't know, a slightly more dramatic fake lash. I don't hate them though. Like they're sweet. I know this isn't traditional, but I'm gonna go in and add just a little bit of a wing to draw my eyes out because right now I feel like they're very small and narrow. Nude liner in my waterline. Okay, so how are we feeling about the lashes? I don't love them, to be honest. Like they're precious, they're sweet. I just, from the pictures and everything online, I expected them to be more dramatic is all. But they're very light, but it's okay. So now for the liquid lipstick. Again, this is in the shade Night Heroin. And I'm just excited. I'm really hoping it looks good. Okay. She's not that, you know, heroin dark. But we'll see. Okay, so the lipstick is on, it's drying down. Now, I will say it took a little extra finesse. It took me like a little to make sure it was fully covered because it did kind of like want to cling a little bit. But like, it's okay, I can finesse a little, you know, I can go over a second time. So, here's the lip color. See, it kind of reads inconsistent, but I really like the color, that's the issue. Yeah, it's inconsistent looking. It took a little extra finesse, you can kind of see where I did that. The color's really pretty though. Like the color's gorgeous. Let me do a second coat now that it's like almost dry. Okay, second coat on. It's still kind of inconsistent. Like from a distance, I think it reads fine. Up close though, you can tell it's not perfect. So, as much as I love the color, it is kind of a fail because I just want to be swooped and done. I don't want to do like, I can do a little extra finesse. That's not a big deal, but a second coat to get it consistent is still not perfect. Okay, so anyways, what do we think about the finished look? Honestly, it's fine. I don't think it's anything spectacular, but for a normal, like, everyday look, I think it works fine. I do wish the lashes were a little larger, and I wish the lipstick didn't need as much finesse. The foundation, I do love the consistency. Maybe not the perfect color for me, but it did actually end up okay with that lighter setting powder. And the concealer, I love. I love the concealer. But anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I did. This was fun. I just, like, trying things on and see how it goes. But anyways, hope you have a beautiful day. Stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Have a good one.